This is KCTV English News. I'm Nick Brontes. A measure of optimism that consumers have about the economy, the Consumer Composite Sentiment Index, has risen here in Jeju for the first time in 5 months. The Jeju branch of the Bank of Korea says the local CCSI was up 3.5 points since September to 101.2 in October. The sub-index for prospective living conditions rose 4 points, while measurements of prospects for the economy and job opportunities rose 2 and 5 points, respectively. The governor is warning area residents not to be taken in by false information and empty promises in the cryptocurrency market. Won Hee-ryong says that as the province pushes for designation as a special zone for blockchain technology, some people have been misleading potential investors by promising high returns on Jeju-related cryptocurrencies. Won added that the province's plan does not include blanket acceptance of cryptocurrency trading, and he urged people to report any questionable claims. Fall foliage is at its peak on Hallasan Mountain. The Jeju Regional Meteorological Administration says more than 80% of the leaves had turned between Orimok and the summit as of Monday. That's similar to when they usually peak, but 4 days later than last year. The Meteorological Administration says people can enjoy the autumn colors through the first part of November. The provincial government is going to provide more financial support to people who adopt an abandoned animal. The province had provided a maximum of 100,000 won to cover veterinarian bills for people who adopt abandoned pets if the bills topped 200,000 won. It will now pay up to 200,000 for neutering and spaying. Financial support had also been limited to vet visits, but it will now also be available for grooming and similar expenses. Anyone who adopts a pet at the Jeju Animal Shelter beginning in November qualifies for the support. The 17th Chuseok Arts and Culture Festival is this Saturday and Sunday at the Chuseok Memorial Hall in Anseongni, Daejonggup, Seogwipo. The festival will shed light on the life and arts of Chuseok Kim Jong-hee, a scholar and calligrapher who was exiled to the island in the 1800s. The Daejong Committee for the festival is organizing the event, which begins with a walk along the Chuseok Exile Trail. The schedule also includes a Sungmoje memorial service, a national calligraphy competition, and a reenactment of Kim's exile. Visitors will also be able to make traditional pottery, make rubbings of Chuseok Kim Jong-hee's writings, view an exhibition of photo prints of the artist's work, and enjoy other activities and displays. Investigators say about 2,500 islanders were imprisoned on trumped-up charges 7 decades ago during the April 3rd incident. Some of the survivors have petitioned for retrials to clear their names, and that process has begun. Mike Balfour reports.
The old victims of military injustice visit court again. 18 survivors applied to the Jeju District Court for a resumption of retrials of people convicted of offenses during the April 3rd incident. The court has accepted their claim, and they are going through legal trials after 70 years.
감옥살이도 너무 많이 했고 총도 여러 번 맞았고 그 악날 속에서 오늘날까지 내가 살아와서 내가 오늘 우리 동료들 보고도 이 재판을 끝날 때까지 건건 정신으로 살아서 우리가 이겨보자.
제명도 모른 채 매 맞고 뭐 이런 날이라는 건 생각지도 못했습니다.
There are no records of verdicts at the military trials. Only a list of prisoners was submitted to the court. Therefore, the retrial will focus on what the 18 applicants were charged with.
재심 재판에도 중요한 거는 이 피고인 이라고 명명된 18분의 범죄 사실을 검사가 특정을 하고 그것에 대해서 재판부가 판단을 하는 절차인데 다들 아시는 것처럼 이분들에 대해서 이분들이 어떠한 범죄를 1948년, 49년에 행하였는지에 대한 기록이 남아있지 않습니다. 그래서 아마 재판이 길게 이루어질 거라고 보지 않고요.
At the retrial led by the district court's head judge, Jae Galchang, there was a battle between prosecutors and defending lawyers over whether survivors would be questioned. The judge concluded that the questioning is necessary and says the final judgment will be rendered at the end of this year or at the beginning of next year. After 70 years, the survivors hope for truth in clearing themselves of false charges. Mike Balfour, KCTV.
Some of Korea's top pop stars will be taking to the stage during this weekend's Jeju Hallyu Festival. Enjoy local culture, music, and the island's natural beauty in the 2018 Jeju Ole Walking Festival. Visitors to Marado can enjoy some unique activities on the small island, like musical performances and special photo opportunities. Skies should clear up by the afternoon on Thursday. For the details, here's your forecast. The morning low in Jeju City will be 12 and the afternoon high 16 degrees. Down south in Seogwipo, temperatures will fall between 11 and 17. In Sangsan, the low before lunch will be 10 and the high later on 16 degrees. It won't be quite as warm in Gosan, only getting up to 15 later in the day. And the morning low up on the mountain at Songpanak will be 4, and the afternoon high 10 degrees. Out on the water, winds will be out of the northwest and north at 7 to 12 meters per second, and seas will be between 1 and 2 meters. And here's what's coming up. And that brings us to the end of today's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you'll join me tomorrow at the same time. Don't forget to visit us online at eng.kctvjeju.com. 시청자 여러분, 고맙습니다.